Right, so Nathan, it's been an absolute rollercoaster of a year for you, but let alone this year, it's been a rollercoaster a few years for you. Just talk to me about what this experience has been like, having one fight booked, then the next, and then you find yourself on a Matchroom show. Would you have thought at the beginning of this year this is how the journey would have gone and this is where you would be for your first pro fight?
No, not at all. To be honest with you, Jamal, when I decided to fight again, there was a lot of, I was going into the unknown, but I felt with me having depression and stuff like that in the past and the struggle that I've been through, I felt like I need to push myself into the unknown, into an uncomfortable position in order for me to grow as a person again. So at the start, maybe at the end of last year, start of this year, I was finding a lot about myself, but the plan was just to fight again. I didn't know whether it was going to be just one more time or 20 more times. All that I had in my head was I'm not going to stop training until I've boxed again, because it's bugged me for a long time, and I just thought, you know what, I've been through a mad struggle. I'm just going to train, and I will not stop until I can go home, chill out and say, right, I've done it, regardless of the result. I just wanted to fight one more time, but like you said, that soon became, now I want to box regular again. Then the plan was just to fight on any show, low key, just so I could be happy with myself again and be at peace, so to speak. And then I got a phone call off the Boxing News. They've done a 6-page special feature on myself and Kieran, and it's sort of, I'm getting followed by a lot of people. I'm not saying it's like it's gone massive, but it's sort of like it's gaining momentum month by month by month, week by week, and now my debu's actually on a Matchroom boxing show. I didn't plan for this, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone could have imagined it would have happened, but I feel like it's justified that it's happening. But I was happy just to sneak in through the back door, get my first fight done, and then take it from there. But as it happens, there's a bit of pressure on now, because everyone's watching to see what's going to happen, what can I do, can I come back from what I've come back from and win, etc. But to be honest with you, Jamal, I am quite a stern competitor, and I'm happy with this pressure. It'll only make me a better fighter on the night, now that I know that a lot of people are watching to see what happens in my head. I'll make sure the best that I can be right now, I will deliver that. Whether that's probably not the best I'll ever be, but where I'm at right now, at this point, I will bring out the best that I can do right now, and hopefully it'll be good enough.
See, the thing that's most interesting about you is probably the core direction of the majority of your interviews so far have been to do with your journey outside of boxing, not really anything to do with you as a competitor, because your story is so crazy, to be honest, for a guy of your age, and not just the experience that you've had, but the experience your brothers had as well. But can you describe what type of competitor you are and how you analyse the sport of boxing?
Well, in terms of the sport of boxing, I'm very much, as a person besides boxing, I'm a very arty person. I love art. I love anything that you can show me, I'll find the art in it. Whether it's artistic or not, I will find the art of that thing that you show me, whether it's photography or videography. I've just got that artistic touch So obviously in terms of boxing, I like good technique, I like the counter punching, the defence, but as a competitor, for the past few years, although I've trained people, so I've competed being part of a team, I felt that little bit of competition, but no one really looked at me and seen me as some fierce competitor, because it was never to the forefront, because obviously I had my depression and I was always down with my injured knee, and you saw bits of it, but yeah, in terms of competitiveness, you've got Kieran there, who, to be fair, me, Kieran and my older brother Brian, we are all very competitive, but I would probably say I'm very, very, very competitive.
Now, as I said, your experiences have been very motivational for people who aren't really associated with boxing. Maybe they just follow you on social media or have ran into you in the local area.
Yeah.
But I want to know what drives you, because you find yourself on the biggest promoter in the world's show right now. How motivating of a factor is a guy like Eddie Hearn, or even your brother, who's trying to make the same waves in the promoting game himself?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, Jamal, I just feel blessed by the opportunity. I feel blessed to, because like I said, I didn't plan for any of this. I did not plan for any of this. But to actually go and box on a guy like Eddie Hearn's show, and maybe he may be sat there watching, that's just a bonus for me. Right now, it's just a bonus. But it doesn't change. It sort of doesn't, as great as it is, it sort of doesn't change my motive. I was always planning on coming back and fighting again, and for me, the biggest motivation is the task ahead. That's on a personal basis. That is the only motivation I need. You know what I mean? Like, I've carried it since the start of the year. Every day I thought about it. I've had my cancellations, and I've been put down. I've got back up, and I need this monkey off my back. That's what it feels like, because it's been on my back for a long time. I know I couldn't have competed while I was depressed and injured, but it was still on my mind. When I was training people in this gym, I'd still have the moment. Like, it was just always inside. Even though I didn't pay attention to it, it was always in there. Like, you have to fight again. You know, it was telling me, you have to fight again. You can't do what you did and not fight again. And I felt like Kieran himself, there was always something, and I could never put my finger on it, what it was. He always used to give me funny looks, and I think it's because I had so much potential, and it came to nothing. I always felt like Kieran sort of didn't hold it against me, but I think it bugged him as well. And since I've been back fighting, he's been very happy. So maybe that was the case. Yeah, the motivation for me is just what drives me is right now is just the task ahead is what's driving me at the moment. But in terms of life, what drives me, I do like to inspire people, and I've been like this since leaving school. I'll always pick someone up when they're down, when I see them down, and I'll always feed words into people's minds and tell them that whatever they think is possible. Don't let anyone tell you that something isn't possible. And I just love to inspire, and I love it when people do turn to me and say, because of you, I did this. And to be fair, that's what I live for. I'll be honest with you, I don't care about money or anything like that. Obviously it helps, but it's not really a big issue, do you know what I mean? Like, if we all think about it, it's not really the be all and end all of life, but to reach out to other people, I think when it's all said and done, and you eventually pass away from the earth, it's things like that where you leave your mark on people, or maybe you leave your mark in the history books for people to worship and stuff like that. And it's stuff like that drives me. It's just a deep thing, deep it down inside me. That's what drives me. That's the only reason I live, to reach out to other people and make them see that things are possible. And I'm just glad that after my knee injury, I never thought I'd be able to do that again. You know, physically, I never thought I'd be able to move myself in a way that people will say, "Wow, I'm gonna try this because of him." But I'm just buzzing, and I just feel blessed that I've had the chance by life to inspire people through my actions again. Because I used to do that a few years back before I got injured. Like, even when I wasn't fighting, I was like a fitness freak, and I was like Mr. Motivator. I used to tell people, "Go on, you can do it," and people used to message me saying, "You inspire me every day." And I love things like that. So the fact that I've been able to do it again, but this time through boxing, which is obviously, there's like Kieran says, there's glitz and glamour about professional boxing, so there's that side of it as well. But to be able to do it with one of my old passions, what I had a dream of pursuing it, I'm in a good place right now because of this.
Aside from the mental demons that you faced, it's no secret that you physically as well struggled, like you said, with the knee injury. Now, coming back from that, once you'd made that decision to make your professional debut, what was it like physically moving around that ring for the first time in so many years and going through the motions?
I'll be honest with you, man. I put a video out there saying I was going to come back, and once I put the video out there, that then said to me, right now, you have to. You do not have a choice. Whether your knee is a mess or not, you have to try your best, because you have put a video out there saying you are going to do it. And I'm not the type of guy to say something and then not do it. So, but yeah, I'll be honest with you, mate, it's all a big miracle that to the physical state I'm in today, it makes me laugh. I could laugh right now, because like you've just asked, when I first started, I had blip after blip after blip after blip, and if I wasn't strong-willed, this would not be happening, because so many times I went home and I wouldn't say I was feeling sorry for myself, but I was like, I'm trying, my body is not responding, this is not good, I'm failing at what I'm trying to do. But I sort of had nothing else to do, so I just carried on. And I don't know what the turning point was. I can't even remember. I can't remember what the turning point was, but I just remember I was at work, I had a little problem with my knee, but one day I thought, I was training in Bolton at the time, and I thought, you need to get on a bus and go to the gym anyway, even if your knee feels a bit funny tonight. Because a lot of the time when my knee went funny on me, I'd be like, oh, I need to rest it. But I thought, no, go. And then on that particular night I got asked to spar, and that was my first spar for X amount of years. And I thought, wow, he's asked me to spar, I don't want to say no. Because obviously you don't want to say no if someone asks you to spar. But my knee don't feel great. But then at that point I thought, are you going to do it or are you not? I thought, alright, sack it. I dived in and I sparred great, and I was like, I can do it. I was on the bus home and I actually got a bit emotional. I started crying. I was glad it was with the winter months, so it was a bit dark. I was on the bus with a woolly hat on and my parka coat, and a few tears came down my face, and I thought, I can actually still do it. So it was that point where I got a massive burst of inspiration, and then obviously you have your blip, but then you get another moment like that makes you think, right, I can do it. And then slowly but surely I got fitter and fitter. My mental state is great. Like, I do not get down anymore. Like I remember our last interview that we did, and I'm just coming out of it then. But now, I don't really have time to get down. But I don't get down for no reason. I used to get down for no reason for sometimes. There would have been subconscious reasons, but I didn't know what it was. Some days I'd get down for no reason, or when it was at its worst, most days I would get down for no reason, and the confusion of that, it destroys you. I think that's what depression is. Anxiety is more the physical thing, but when you're getting down for no reason and you're confused as to why you're getting down, you are definitely depressed. But right now, sat here today, I just don't, even when I come into like bad situations where you can react emotionally, I don't even do that anymore. I'm taking everything I'm taking everything as it comes, and I'm taking it better than ever. It's crazy how I've gone from one extreme to another. It's like when the Manchester show got cancelled, the Manchester Arena show. Now everyone who knows me would have thought, oh no, I don't know what he's going to be like.
Yeah.
I got a bit angry because obviously a big opportunity had been taken, and it's Manchester Arena. Like regardless of whose show it was Manchester Arena. So it would have been nice to box in there. So when that got cancelled, yeah, I got a little bit down. But here's what happened actually. We was at Kieran's wedding, and I seen him on the phone, and he didn't look happy, and I sort of knew when I looked at him, and he told me. I walked home. I thought I need to get away from all these people. I walked home, took my suit off, and I was sat at home. And if I'd have sat there all night, I would have gone the wrong way. I put my tracksuit on, and I got a taxi back to the wedding. And then I was sat with Kieran, Crollo, etc. And by the end of the night, I went home happy, even though Manchester Arena had just been cancelled. So it's just things like that. The way I'm taking, adversity these days. I've always battled back against adversity, but I've always done it crazily and emotionally, and I've gone out with a bang, so to speak. But right now, if anything goes wrong, like cancellations or whatever, or even just during the day, taking things quite well, you know what I mean? And I'm happy about that, because the worst thing in the world is not being in control of the way you react to things and stuff, because you wish you was, but thankfully I'm in a great place at the moment.
It's interesting the way that you described how you came out the other side of that, because I spoke to Ricky Hatton about the same thing.
Yeah.
He filmed a similar sort of thing that we filmed last year about overcoming mental illness.
Yeah.
And he said that once he was coming out the other side of his worst days, he said the main things that he found that were making him happy was being in the gym constantly, being back in the gym, working around his passion in boxing. So staying fit and being around something that motivates you and that is your passion. It's the exact same scenario with you.
Yeah.
Do you feel that they are key factors for anyone suffering with mental health? A goal in mind and staying fit and healthy as well?
Well, I would think so, yeah. Like I've not to be honest with you, Jamal, I've not even give myself a second to think about that, because I'm so on the ball at the moment. I'd rather just carry on. But like you've just said, I train every day. You do get, after training, you're chilled out and you're like,
it's not time to think.
It's not all bad. Like you're just sparring. When you spar, you sit on the edge of the ring, you take your gloves off, there's like a release. So it's definitely helped. To be honest with you, Jamal, what's helped me is there's been a lot of questions about me in terms of boxing. People knew I boxed, but I knew I boxed good. Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day when I was amateur, I was a very good boxer. As the years went by, I felt like people was like, yeah, that guy boxed, but yeah, whatever. But now that everyone's seen me spar, and they're like, I'll be honest with you, when someone sees me spar for the first time, they've all of them have gone, wow, that puts me in a good place, because for many of years I did feel like you don't know how good I was, or how good I am, or how good of a boxing knowledge I've got. I've shown it a little bit when I was training people, and they give me the credit, and that was nice, but I've been able to show it now, like this opportunity next week, August the 2nd. It's another opportunity. It's not just sparring. I get to walk out in a kit that I've not done for years on a Matchroom boxing show. Funny enough, and it's just another. I'll go home like I'll win that fight. I'll go home like I'll get the compliments. Like, people will say, "Oh, well done, mate. Hey, he was good there," and stuff like that. Hopefully, I perform to the best that I can right now at the stage that I'm at, and it'll be another tick for me personally. Just it's not even like a attention seeking. It's just for my own, like,
to prove to yourself.
Yeah, just for me. It's just something for me. If someone says, "Hey mate, that was really good," or like if they say, "Hey, that shot that you threw, or that defensive move that you did, that was really good." I haven't had that for a long time. I've been getting it when people are watching me spar. I've been getting it in buckets full, to be honest with you, and you don't need people bigging you up, but it's nice when it's like if someone compliments one of your video interviews. It's just nice, isn't it? Because you're putting your soul into it.
Exactly.
And if everyone was just blanking you, it was just not nice. It's always nice, and it gives you that boost of like, all right, I'm quite good at this. I'll carry on. So August 2nd is another opportunity to this time do it for real. Don't get me wrong, sparring is very real in this gym. It's basically a fight with big gloves, and well, I don't wear an head guard, but head guards. But the opportunity to go and walk the walk, and a load of strangers who don't know me, who are going to be watching, they'll get to see Nathan Farrell. For me personally, deep down, that's just nice to have the opportunity to do that again, and it's just going to be fulfilling. It's going to be a warm feeling in the soul when I go out there. I get the win, and I get the thumbs up by everyone, and I can go home happy just with my work, you know, just like, well done, mate, you know, because I've been in those dark places where there's no one there. So for me, just to be able to use my actions for people to, you know, say well done and that was good, and it's just gonna be nice for me. That's the only way I can describe it. You know what I mean?
I know you've always been a practitioner and a teacher of the defensive art of boxing. Is that something that fans can expect in your arsenal, like a key part of your game plan heading into next week? Yeah,
well, the thing is with me, Jamal, the problem since I've been back has been because of my story. I can fall into my own story sometimes, and I'll end up fighting in there. I'll end up putting my hands up and walking forward. I can still win that way. I'm tough. I can take a punch, but you're taking the odd unnecessary shot. And if I'm as wise as I think I am, shouldn't be doing that. So when I sort it out, I take my time. I use my defence. I'm a totally better fighter. So hopefully, I'm sure I'll be have my emotions in check, and you can expect a southpaw jab, head movement, good defence, getting out of the way with my head movement. But I also do a shoulder roll. I parry a lot. I'm like a juggernaut. My work comes off my defence, and then I land my punches off my defence. So I just know my way around the ring. I can control who's in front of me quite well. So that's like, if I have to step back twice, I'll step back, I'll power with my jab. If I have to step in, put him on the back foot, I'll know if I need to put him on the back foot. I'll know if I'm okay on the back foot. I've got the boxing IQ, so you can expect a good boxing IQ from me. I have had the odd spar where it's all gone out the window and I've just had a fight, but I go home and kick myself when I do that. I'll still win the spar, but you're letting the other man have his moment. You shouldn't do that. If you can box and not get a punch landed on you, just do that, and hopefully I will stick to doing that, because I am capable of doing that. Everyone compliments me on my defence and always dead hard to hit, and when I'm in the mood, because I sort of get a bit I don't know, mischievous with it. Once I find my rhythm in there, I'm comfortable in there and I'm at home. Once I find my rhythm, I just start messing about and my defence gets even better, you know, when I'm mischievous with it. But yeah, so to be honest though, with it being my debut, and I don't know what the calibre of opponent will be, you might not get to see much of the defence, because I might have my jab in his face, and it might be my go ahead to let the shots go and be first. But whatever does come back, I'd expect myself to get out of the way of it or block it. So hopefully I won't be getting caught with too many punches, to be honest, because I do pride myself on not getting hit with loads of punches. Like some days I'll come in here and say to myself, right, you're not getting hit tonight, and I can do a 4-round spar without getting hit, like, and landing significant punches, but not really getting hit clean, and do pride myself on that a little bit. So I should really stick to that, with being a southpaw as well and having awkwardness about me. It's common sense that I should do that.
And finally, quick prediction of how you see it going next Saturday.
Well, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it all in. I'm going to take it in my stride. Like I said, I'm competitive. I will rise to it. I will not fall to the occasion. I'll rise to the occasion. I know I will. That's embedded deep down inside me. In all my amateur fights, I never had an off night. When the bell went, I stood up and I did my thing. And August 2nd will be no different. I'm pretty confident with that. I just see myself going out there, relaxing into the fight, taking my time, and with small gloves, I do feel like I've got the power. So I can see myself landing some clean punches and troubling the man, to be honest with you.